Hi, Blind. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for having me.
Sure. Okay, I wanted to check up with you in general. Like, how was your year 2020 considering the pandemic and all those sorts of things?
Well, it was probably the most interesting year, and I think it was surely hard for everybody. It was
Hmm.
difficult, but I think everybody has their own side of the story. Them not because I was in the front lines and I've seen people get sick, I've seen
Hmm.
people die, I've seen people get better. But at the end of the day, it's like we gotta strive through it. And I think if you have come this far, then kudos to you because you have done a good job.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to ask you in general, like, how did you get into Uptrend? Like, were you introduced or you found it on your own?
Well, it's a very funny story because I used to write blogs and make called Steam. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's more famously known as Steam It.
Oh,
And there
yeah.
were some people on that platform that already knew about Uptrend. There was this guy, he knew Uptrend as in its root form when
Okay.
Uptrend was more crypto related,
Hmm.
right? That guy's a huge trader. He's into cryptocurrencies and so on. So that was the guy who initially invited me to Uptrend. And I gave it no time. I did not check out Uptrend at all. And then out of nowhere, it was like 15 or 16 people sending me referral links. I was like, what's going on? What's so good about Uptrend? So I just selected a random one, made an account, and I was like, okay, this thing is pretty cool.
Hmm.
And that was it, just because it felt cool to me.
I like that. Okay, your thoughts on downvote? Like, do you feel it should be half the value of an upvote? For example, an upvote 2 points, downvote 1 point. Like, what's your thoughts?
I think the way downvotes are designed right now on Uptrend, it's the best way of having downvotes because compared to other platforms where downvotes actually cost you a monetary value, Uptrend is the most balanced downvote system. It has the most balanced downvote system because of the giving power and the taking power. So
Hmm.
if you have stake in the game, you will have more say in what goes on the trending page and what is considered a quality content and what is given more rewards because you will only have a bigger stake in the game if you are putting in a lot of time and you are actually committed to Uptrend or you have invested a lot of money into Uptrend. So when you do either of these three things, you are very, very committed for the long run of Uptrend. In that way, I think it makes complete sense. Before, when it was a 1:1 kind of system, before the giving power, taking power system, I think downvotes were broken because if you were a spammer or if you were a long time uptrend user, it didn't matter. All of the upvotes had the same value and all of the downvotes had the same value. So you would have this train of guys coming in and downvoting your posts because it happened to me, it happened to a lot of people. If you see some of my posts have the banner which says I downvote spam because back in the day, we used to heavily go around, look for spam, and we used to downvote these guys like every day, at least 10, 15 downvotes would go out. And then spammers, and you know they're just here to make a quick buck, ruin the website, and go away. So these guys have complete power, 1:1 power to battle your downvotes with retaliation. But with the system that is now, you need to have giving power and a higher receiving power to make some sort of make an impact on your rewards. So it doesn't matter if a spammer comes by my account and he tries to downvote me to Ether. He's got a giving power of 0.01. It does not really affect my rewards. So I guess downvotes are a good thing and they should remain, and probably they should be gamified a little bit more.
Okay. Your thoughts on the US election on Biden winning? What were your thoughts?
Gee, that's a tough question. I don't know. As a third person's perspective, because I'm in no way related to the states, I think elections till date in US history. Look at all of the havoc it has caused, including the Capitol riots and whatnot.
Mm.
I think in general, Trump was very smart in the way that he got elected, but he did not have a plan on how to continue his presidency. Because I think it's the first time in what, 3 or 4 presidents that a United States president has not continued into the second 4 years. Whatever it is, I think the elections were fair. This is from a third person's perspective.
Of course, yeah.
But because of the massive changes that were there, including mail-in ballots and the pandemic, it has caused a change. And whenever there is change, people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay.
That change with their sportsman-like support for the elections and their Democratic or Republican teams, it caused a huge explosion.
Okay. All right. On a final note, like, what's your future plans this year and beyond?
You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I was asking, what are your future plans for this year and beyond?
What are your future plans for this year
And beyond, beyond.
and beyond?
Yeah.
I think for this year it's very complicated. For now, it is to get good footing, and beyond that, it's the long-term goal. As in, I want to get into creating a foundation for my retirement. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say thank you so much for your time on this. Well, on my side, human morning. I don't know how it is on your side, but it's really great having your time, and hopefully we shall catch up soon.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care.